Barcelona's season has already taken an unsettling turn. Two of their brightest young stars, Gavi and Alejandro Balde, face absences that could stretch across the next 5 fixtures, and the club is now quietly aiming for the Champions League date with PSG on October 1 as their earliest realistic return target. What began as a handful of worrying sensations has hardened into a more serious problem. Gavi, who underwent knee surgery less than 2 years ago, is still battling persistent discomfort in the same right knee, and while initial notes play down the issue, medical staff and coaching sources now agree the timeline is longer than first thought. Alejandro Balde, the electric left-back who gives BARCA width and verticality, picked up a muscle issue in his left hamstring during training. It's been treated as a precautionary 3 to 4 week absence, but given Balde's previous knocks, the club are moving carefully rather than rushing him back. The short-term consequence is obvious. Barcelona head into a crucial stretch. Domestic fixtures and the Champions League opener, with gaps in 2 spine positions. Hansi Flick, who publicly sounded optimistic about a quick recovery, now faces the tactical headache of reshuffling his midfield without Gavi's driving energy and his left side without Balde's pace and overlapping threat. Who steps up? The squad will need rotation and tactical flexibility. Midfielders with capacity to press and cover more ground will be leaned on. Fullbacks or wide midfielders might be asked to tuck in or provide balance. And Flick's substitution patterns will likely become more reactive as he searches for stability. Adding to BARCA's concern, Frenkie de Jong returned early from international duty, complaining of glute discomfort and is scheduled for full medical test. The Netherlands team described his problem as a minor, which leaves a sliver of hope for selection, but that pending scan compounds the uncertainty in the middle of the park. Meanwhile, teenage winger Lamine Yamal is being managed with extra caution after lower back discomfort. Not alarming enough to stop him from joining Spain, but enough that BARCA and national staff are carefully limiting load to prevent a flare-up. On paper, the timeline points towards a return window around the Paris fixture, but between now and then, BARCA must navigate Valencia in La Liga, the Champions League opener against Newcastle, a tie with Getafe and successive matches that will test squad depth and resolve. Missing 5 matches could mean crucial league points slipping away and a less than ideal preparation for European night. The narrative here isn't just about 2 injured players, it's about momentum. Gavi's dynamism has been central to BARCA's press and midfield tempo, while Balde's forward thrust has been a key outlet on the left, and replacing both simultaneously is not merely a numerical problem, but a stylistic one. Expect rotating formations, a pragmatic streak to Flick's choices, and chances for fringe players to stake a claim, but also a real strategic gamble by the club if they push either player back too soon. For fans, the key moments to watch are the medical updates over the next week, the lineups Flick picks for the immediate fixtures, and whether the coaching staff adjust training intensity to protect the remaining squad from cascading injuries. If Barcelona manage the next few weeks shrewdly, keeping Gavi and Balde fit for a potential PSG reunion could salvage the bigger picture. If not, the loss of 2 starters at once could reshape their opening domestic form and blunt their Champions League ambitions. Either way, this is a pivotal moment for Flick and Barcelona's medical and tactical teams, a test of depth, decision-making, and how aggressively the club will chase short-term points versus long-term fitness.